everybody, welcome. My name's Mandy and Katie is over on our mat, and today she's going to be demonstrating all of a traditional Bikram-style class. It'll be more along the lines of the 26 and 2 and less along the lines of the normal Hatha that I teach, but some of the other people here teach it just like that. So if you would like to join us, let's come to a stand at the top of your mat. We'll start with our first pranayama. Let's bring your big toes to touch and your heels a sliver apart. You can face the front of the room or the side, whatever you feel is better, Katie. Let's press your heels down, press your tailbone down. Let's squeeze your thighs together and up. Imagine that you can lift your knees up off of your knees. That doesn't sound right, but imagine that you can lift your thighs up off of your knees, I should say. Let's bring your hands underneath your chin, interlace all your fingers, lower your elbows together and down. Let's pull your belly in. So we'll take this 10 times. Slowly inhale and separate your elbows, reach them out to the side of the room. You can lift your elbows all the way up and get really tall. Keep your chin down, look forward, lift your elbows up. Then audible HA, exhale, ha, lift your chin, slowly squeeze your elbows together and down. And again, inhale, lower your chin, open your elbows out wide and lift them all the way up. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a little bit of extra sip at the top. Now exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, Katie. Keep going. Inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And exhale at your own pace. From here on out, you can count in and out as slow or as fast as you'd like. We'll take 5 more. Work on getting a little bit more breath in each time, but keep your belly up and in. Strengthens the muscles of around your lungs, upper muscles of respiration. And then on your exhale, option to keep your chin forward or look up. It's whatever feels better for your neck. Remember this pose and every pose that we practice to take everything at your own pace. If you want to modify, please do. This is your time. Let's take one more just for fun and let it be the fullest breath that you've taken all day. Create as much space as you can in your lungs. Get as tall as you can. Press your feet down and in. Get really tall. And big loud exhale. Good job. Squeeze every last bit of everything out of your lungs. Then release your hands to your side. Stand up tall. Shake it out if you need to. How you feeling? Good? Warm? Let's find our standing half moon. So we'll take 2 sets of each. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Find your steeple grip. Interlace all of your fingers, release your pointer fingers. Let's pause and breathe. Shift all your weight back towards your heels. Good. Keep your belly up and in. So this is your Uddiyana Bandha, or your abdominal lock. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, lean up and over to your right. So just a little lean. We'll see how it feels to warm your body up. And inhale back to center. Now exhale, lean to your left. Good. And inhale back up, stretch to the ceiling, get tall. Exhale, half moon to your right. Reach up and over to your right. And that moment you feel like your body wants to twist or you feel there's resistance, let's pause. Keep your right back towards your heels. Draw your right hip back, left hip forward. Other way. Yeah, there you go. Lift your chin away from your chest. Roll your left shoulder back. Squeeze your palms together. Each breath in, find length through your fingertips, and each breath out, find depth in your side bend. Continue to press your hips to your left. Notice what's working. Notice what's stretching. Keep your belly engaged, but let your breath be full and easy and natural. Strengthening the right side of your body, so your QL, your quadratus lumborum, your obliques. If you're working in alignment, shift right back towards your heels. If this doesn't feel good, you can always bring your hands to your right hand to your right hip, or take any variation you'd like. Let's stay here for 5. And hold it for 4. You're doing really well. Stay for 3. And 2. Really slowly. 1, rise up, get tall, stretch up to the ceiling. Maybe switch your grip if you'd like. Take a breath in. Exhale, half moon to your left, or Ardha Chandrasana. Reach up and over to your left. Press your hips to your right. Let's see if the side is different or the same. So your right hip forward, left hip back. There you go. Press your hips further to your right. You could look forward or up. And remember, this is a long hold. Just take your time getting into it. If you ever want to take modifications, please do. Let's squeeze your palms together. This pose is really good for strengthening your grip. And notice, do you feel more weight in your right foot or your left foot? And could you bring more weight to your right? Could you bring more weight to your left? And then find a spot right in the middle. Notice the sensations that are coming up in your body. Stay focused on full, controlled breaths. Good job. You came ready to work. Let's stay here for 5. 4. 3, great alignment. Nice adjustments. Hold it for 2. And 1, slowly rise up. Inhale when you get to the top, look up. Exhale, back bend or supported back bend. Keep breathing. Option to bring your hands to your lower back, to cactus your elbows, or find steeple grip. Whatever you want to do, shift your weight forward towards your toes. Imagine that you're opening your chest up towards the ceiling or the sky, wherever you may be practicing. Press your elbows together and down. We'll pause here. If it doesn't feel good on your neck, you can always readjust. Bring your chin towards your chest. Otherwise, let's take 3 full breaths. And if your back doth protest, bend your knees or come out of it a bit. One more breath. And change. Inhale, rise back up. Reclaim that steeple grip up overhead if you let it go. Let's breathe. Bend your knees. Hinge forward with a flat back. So come all the way down. You bend your knees as much as you want to. Keep your belly in. Lean forward. Stretch forward. Then release your hands down towards the ground. And let's take whatever movement your body wants to. So before we prepare for hands to feet pose, just bend one knee at a time. Both knees. Whatever you got to do to prepare your knees, your feet. If you haven't already, you can take a few deep squats, see how that feels on your body. Yeah, get those cracks out. Now, let's prepare for hands to feet pose. So, let's bend your knees just enough so your belly and your thighs connect. Then reach around, cup your heels from the outside, if that's within your range of motion. Remember, you can always grab to your calves, ankles, whatever's available to you. Press your elbows together and down behind you. Then relax your head. Let's take a couple breaths this first set. So we'll take 2 sets of this. On your inhale, bend your knees just a bit more. And on your exhale, straighten your knees a little bit. And we'll do that 2 more times. So inhale, bend. And exhale, straighten. And 1 more time. Inhale, bend. And exhale, straighten. Lift your hips way up. Relax your head. Use the strength of your arms to pull the top of your head down towards your toes. Lift your tailbone up, lean forward, trust your balance, pull, pull, pull. Take 1 more breath. change. Gently release your grip. Reclaim steeple grip up overhead if you've let it go. Bend your knees and rise up with a flat back the same way you came into it. When you get to the top, take a breath in. Exhale, release your hands down to your sides. This is called standing Shavasana. Let's take a breath in and breath out. And let's take that again. Inhale, circle your arms up overhead. Find steeple grip. Interlace fingers, release pointer fingers, lean back, stretch up towards the ceiling. Exhale, half moon to your right. Reach up and over and come all the way. Pick up where you left off. Press your hips to your left. Lift your chin. Option to look forward or up. Imagine that every second here counts. Every second you hold, every second you challenge yourself, you're building balance, you're building strength. It's always okay to take a break. Let's notice and pay attention to what muscles you feel working here. Left side is stretching. Keep your belly in tight. Right side is strengthening. Lean right. Press your hips to your left. Stretch to your right. Hold it for 3. Hold it for 2. And 1. Inhale back to center. Stand up tall. Stretch up tall. Option to switch your grip if you would like. Exhale, half moon to your left. Ardha Chandrasana. Reach up and over to your left. Press your hips to your right. Nice self-adjustment with your shoulders there. So if you're working on alignment, both hips point forward, both shoulders point forward. Squeeze your fingers together. Imagine that you're pointing to the left and back of you just a little bit. If there's any pain, modify it for sure. Just find a spot that challenges you. Trust your strength. Focus on your breath for 3. For 2. And 1. Change. Inhale, back up. Now exhale, back bend or supported back bend. So again, option to practice your elbows, find steeple grip, or bring your hands to your lower back. As long as your lower back doesn't hurt, you are good. Shift your weight forward towards your toes, lift up through your chest. Imagine that there is something pulling your heart up closer to the sky. Good. Hold it for a breath. Then inhale, rise up, find steeple grip, stretch up to the ceiling, bend your knees just a little. Exhale, hinge forward with that flat back. Stretch forward, reach your tailbone back as you go down, stretching your hamstrings. Yes, there you go. Then release your hands down. So second set, option to take whatever you'd rather take. You don't have to take hands to feet. You can take something else if you would rather go crow pose, if you'd rather take gorilla version. What are you feeling like today, Kate? Do you like gorilla or just hands to feet again?
I'm a big hands to feet fan.
Okay, let's do that again then. Good. Thank you. Let's bend your knees to your belly and your thighs connect. Reach around, cup your heels from the outside. And then instead of engaging your belly this time, let's relax your belly. That way you press your belly and your thighs together. And lower the top of your head down towards the ground. Let's squeeze your elbows together behind you like they could touch. Then lift up through your hips. Reach your tailbone up behind you. Shift weight forward towards your toes, but trust that you have weight in your heels still. Pull on your heels. Reach the crown of your head towards your toes. And just breathe. 20 seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Change. Release. Find steeple grip overhead. Nice work. Take your time. Rise on up. When you get to the top, take your breath in. Exhale. Release your hands to your sides. And this is when you can close your eyes and decide what you want to dedicate your practice to. Decide what you want to dedicate your day to. Any word, phrase, person, whatever's on your heart. Once you've decided, reach your arms in front of you. Palms face down. Separate your feet hip width distance apart. Awkward series. First of 3. So firm up your arms. Like imagine that if we weren't social distancing, I could come around and push down on your hands and they wouldn't go anywhere. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, sit back and down, and shoot your hips towards the back of the room. Let's just see how low your body wants to go, and then just maybe a quarter inch down below that spot. There you go. Shift all your weight back towards your heels. Lift up through your chest. Lower your shoulders back and down. Nice job. So Stretch your fingers forward, but squeeze your shoulders back and down the whole time. And every second here, we're building balance and strength, but focus on where you feel this working. What muscles are working here? Fronts of your legs, backs of your legs, your glutes. Is it more in your ankles? Is it more your shoulders? Do you feel it in your back? Do you feel it in your belly? Wherever you feel it, focus on those sensations and trust that you're building strength. You're making positive change. They already are strong enough, but every second you're here, getting even stronger. You are doing amazing. Good job. Let's stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise all the way up. Good job. Keep your arms where they're at. Second set. Lift your heels up and bend your knees just a touch. So first, let's just find that lift with your heels like you're wearing like 6-inch stilettos. Then bend your knees real slow. And just take your time. If your foot cramps, it's super normal in this pose. Just come on out, stretch it out. Otherwise, imagine that your tailbone is an anchor, is lowering down towards your heels. And you just find a spot where you're challenged and pause there. It doesn't matter how low you go. There you go. This is one of the only poses that strengthens primarily your feet, and it's preparing you for the rest of your practice. So just focus on your feet, lift those heels up, hold it for 5. Breathe in and out. For 4. 3. 2. And 1. Lower your heels, rise up, keep your arms where they're at. Good. Take a breath in and out. Your feet okay?
It's like I'm gonna fall off the mat.
I mean, maybe. This time, let's squeeze your knees together. Lift up your heels like a 1/2 inch. Doesn't have to be a lot. So focus on squeezing your inner thighs together. Not even your knees, but your inner thighs. Feel that? And then lower down. Let's just see how low your body wants to go. And if that's it, that's perfect. Wherever you are, just keep squeezing those inner thighs together. One of the only poses that strengthens your adductors. Keep your arms nice and strong. Keep your attitude nice and positive and loving and encouraging. We always hold this pose longer than we want to. It's one of the reasons I don't teach the traditional variation. It's a long hold, but you are doing great. You could lift your heels up a little bit more and see if that feels better, worse, or the same. Remember to make it your own. Just one more breath in and out, and that's it. Good. And rise up, feet together, release your hands down to your sides. Good job. Ready for a one-leg balance pose? Okay, eagle pose, Garudasana. Inhale, circle your arms up overhead, bring your palms to touch each other. Exhale, circle your right elbow under your left, so your left elbow is on top. You can capture your shoulders, backs of your palms together, thumbs towards your face, or palms together, thumbs towards your face. Wherever you're at, lift your elbows up, away from your chest. Then lower your elbows down and in, bend your knees, sit back and down. So squeeze your elbows down, there you go. Weight into your left foot, extend your right leg out. Then cross your right knee over your left. Toes can touch, hover, or wrap, and if and when you fall, just laugh it off, come right back into it. Find something to look at in front of you, so we call it your drishti. If you need to move your hands out of the way, you can definitely do that. It's your external point of focus. Squeeze your knees to your right if you're working on alignment. Although just balancing in this pose is enough. Whatever you're working on is great. As long as you're breathing, you're doing it. Keep your elbows down and in. And there's a lot of variations that you can take here. This is the traditional hot style eagle pose. You're welcome to stay here. If you'd rather take another version, you can. You could lift your elbows up and round forward. If you have any degenerative disc disease, though, I would skip that and stay here. This pose is meant to compress your armpits and your inner thighs. So squeeze your inner thighs together, lower your elbows down, and trust that you're helping to promote circulation, especially if you feel your heart pounding, especially if it feels like you need a break. You're doing great. Hold it for one more breath wherever you are. And change. Release your right foot next to your left. Inhale your arms up overhead. Bring your palms together. Other side. Exhale, circle your right elbow on top this time. Same grip. Whatever you did on the other side. Lift your elbows up. Take your breath in. Exhale, just squeeze your elbows down and in. Bend your knees, sit down low. Shift your weight to your right foot. Establish your balance and extend your left leg out to the side. Then wrap your left knee up and over. Toes can touch, hover, or wrap. Work to squeeze your knees together and your elbows down. And let's just count your breaths. How many breaths in and out? Each breath in and out is 1. can you take, or is your normal rate of breath until I tell you to stop? And stop, change, inhale your left arm, or both legs, your left leg down, your arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale, release your hands down to your sides. And let's have some water. Well-deserved water break, but take water whenever you want to. Nice job building up that heat. Okay, whenever you are ready, you can come back up to a stand, and you can always take these next couple poses at the wall. You can take it with a friend, you can take it near a couch, whatever you have handy. Let's start in the center of your mat. If you're not using any props, bring your feet together. Shift all your weight to your left foot, standing forehead to knee. Invite your right thigh parallel to the ground, bend your knee, flex your toes towards your face. You can lower your right hip down. Imagine that you can squeeze your inner thighs together. You can stay here, or if your left leg is strong and secure and you're curious about playing with a different version, take a breath in, pull your belly in tight, exhale, round down, and interlace all your fingers into the ball of your right foot or in front of or behind your right knee. Up to you. Let's lower your right thigh down until it's parallel to the ground, unless you'd rather keep it right up where it's at. You can stay here, come back to a stand, or kick your right leg forward and pull your toes towards your face. Everybody's going to do their own thing, so let go of what you think that you should do. Instead, just see what your body wants to do today. We'll only take one side of this today. Work to straighten both legs. It's okay if there's a little bend for sure. You got it. 3 more breaths. It's always okay to come out and come right back into it. And change, lower out of the pose the same way you came into it. Stand up tall, take your breath in and out. Just relax everything, let it go. Okay, other side. Let's switch over to your right foot. Invite your left thigh parallel to the ground for standing forehead to knee, or Dandayamana Jani, Shirshasana. Lower your left hip down just a touch, squeeze your inner thighs together. Good. Pull your belly in tight. Stay here, or if you want to make a decision to go further, you can take a breath in, pull your belly in, exhale, round down, interlace your fingers underneath the ball of your left foot, maybe opposite grip, or hold on in front of or behind your left knee. Take whatever variation you did on the other side, whether you stayed here, kicked forward, or did your own thing. We're here for about 30 seconds. And remember, it's just you on your mat. Imagine that I'm not here. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Change. Come back up the way you came into it. Release your left foot next to your right. Shake it off. Let's do this new pose, standing bow pulling pose, or Dandayamana Dhanurasana. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead and bring your palms to touch. Exhale, lower your right elbow down to your side, palm face up. Without turning your wrist, lower your right hand behind you. Capture your right foot from behind, from the inside, 2 inches below your toes. Now hug your knees in tight. If your lower back doesn't like this, you can release your grip. Otherwise, stretch up to the ceiling. Take a breath in, stay up. Exhale, kick into your right hand. Reach your right foot towards the back wall or towards the back of wherever you are. Then lean forward, hinge forward at your hips. Imagine that you're reaching towards whatever it is that you dedicated your practice to. Then pull on your right foot while you kick into your hand. You have plenty of time, so if you come on out of it, option to come into it or just to regain your breath. This pose is a back bend. We have a nice stretch through the front of your right hip. There's also a twist through your spine, so building strength in the muscles that rotate your back. Go ahead and lean forward, kick up and back, stretch forward. And change. Inhale, rise on up, reach both hands up to the ceiling, separate or lower your right foot down. Exhale, release your hands down to your sides. Let's just shake it out and give yourself a breath. Okay. Inhale, circle your arms up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, lower your left elbow down to your side, palms face up. Kick your left foot behind you, capture it from the inside. Pull your knees in tight together. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, kick into your left hand and lean forward. Now, if this doesn't feel right on your left shoulder, you can always change your grip. I just would avoid leaning forward because the grip with your palm face up like this is good for your rotator cuff. It's okay to put a little weight in it as long as you haven't had any tears or injuries. But any other kind of grip can put too much pressure on those little muscles that attach your arm to your body. So if you want to do a different grip, take it. Just stay upright. And we call that pose dancer's pose. Yeah. Go for it as much as you want to. You find that line between where you want to be and where you are. Let's just take 3 more breaths. Well done. Then rise up if you're forward. Release your left foot down. Inhale, circle your arms up overhead. Bring your palms to touch. Exhale, lower your hands down to your sides. Just give yourself a breath. Second set. Inhale, circle your arms up overhead. Bring your palms to touch. Exhale, right elbow down to your side. Reach back, capture your foot just like you did first time. Pull your knees in tight. If you'd like to take a different version, you definitely can. If you want to stay up, you can. Otherwise, take a breath in, get tall. Exhale, kick into your right hand and lean forward. And this time, give yourself permission to fall. Give yourself permission to play. Safely, of course. Even if you come out of it physically, stay with it mentally. About 30 more seconds. Two more breaths. And release, rise up, lower your right foot. Inhale, circle both arms up overhead. Self-high 5. Exhale, left elbow down to your side, palm face up. Reach back, capture your foot. Standing bow pulling pose, Dandivana, Dhanurasana. Kick your knees together. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, kick into your hand, lean forward. You find the spot that you want to be in. Some days that might mean pulling back a little bit. Some days that might be pushing forward a little bit. Trust that you know what you need. You got this. Two more big breaths. Then release. Let's circle your arms up overhead, palms to touch. Take a big step back to the very back of your mat. Let's pause and breathe, find steeple grip. Last one-legged balance pose for now. Inhale, step your right foot forward, balancing stick, Tula Dandasana. Exhale, lean forward. Option to keep your left foot lowered or lift your left leg up at the same rate that you hinge forward. A stretch forward. Press your heel or the ball of your foot back. You pick what feels stronger, what feels better. And change. Step to the back of your mat. That was perfect. Feet together. Step forward with your left foot. Other side balancing stick. Take your breath in. Exhale, lean forward, lift your right leg back. Remember, you can always keep your right foot down to the ground. Stretch forward, go forward every second here, building strength in the muscles that keep your spine long. And change, step to the back of your mat, bring your feet together, take a breath in. Exhale, release your hands down to your sides. Take a quarter turn to your left. Inhale, circle your arms overhead, palms to touch, cross your thumbs. Exhale, take a big step to your right, reach your arms out parallel to the ground, palms face down. Inhale, stretch up through your chin and your chest. Exhale, standing separate leg stretching. Lean forward, hinge forward at your hips, reach around, cup your heels from the outside. If that's not within your range of motion, that's okay. Hold onto your calves, your ankles, whatever is available to you, or you can bring a block in front of your face or bring your hands down towards the ground. And use the strength of your arms to pull your elbows around your calves, even if that's the intention and that never actually happens. Lower your forehead towards the ground or the crown of your head. Everybody's neck is going to dictate where they reach. Now you might feel the stretch in your hamstrings, but this pose's predominant intention is to stretch your back. So use your hands to pull the top of your head or your forehead down towards the ground. Lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Take 2 more breaths. And change. Bend your knees just a touch. Reach your arms out wide. Take your time. Rise up to a stand. When you get to the top, inhale, step your right foot next to your left. Reach your arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale, release your hands down to your sides. Let's turn around. Yeah? Why not? Let's try that. Okay. Inhale, reach your arms up, palms touch overhead. Exhale, big step to your left. Bring your arms out parallel to the ground. Triangle pose. Turn your right foot to the right, the back of your mat. Your left foot about a 45-degree angle. Bend your right knee. Let's draw your tailbone down. Imagine that your knees spiral away from each other and get really tall through the crown of your head. Let me know if you want a towel. This is going to get a little slippy. Inhale, reach forward towards your right leg. Exhale, triangle. Lower your right arm down. Reach your left arm high. So your hand can come towards the ground, or you can bend your elbow, bring your forearm towards your thigh. Roll your left shoulder back and lift up through your left hand. Now imagine that you're stretching between your middle fingers. Your left middle finger and your right middle finger getting as far away from each other as they possibly can. If it doesn't bother your neck, look up. Now if you're a person that likes to straighten your leg in this pose, you're welcome to. Otherwise, stay where you're at. We're only taking one set of triangle pose. It's meant to get your heart pumping, so good for your circulation, to strengthen your right leg, and also to strengthen the muscles that rotate your spine. Very nice alignment. Option to close your eyes and just see how it feels for a few breaths. On your next breath in, rise back up with your arms parallel to the ground. Straighten your right leg. Bring your feet parallel to each other and keep breathing. Let's switch. We'll go straight into triangle to your left. So readjust your toes, left foot pointing left, right foot 45-degree angle. If your shoulders are over, always an option to go hands to heart center. Let's reach your knees away from each other. So knees pointing towards your pinky toes as much as we can. Have that intention. Inhale, stretch forward towards your left. Exhale, triangle. Tick-tock your left arm down. Reach your right arm high. Reach the crown of your head away from your right heel. Yeah, nice job. Then stretch your fingertips away from each other. So feel this open through your chest. You could press your feet down and in to help find a grip on your mat. See how that feels. Now keep that belly engaged. That's your abdominal lock or your Uddiyana Bandha. It's very helpful in balance poses. And stay here for 3. And hold it for 2. Stay here 1 more breath. And 1. Rise on up. Straighten your left leg. Bring your feet parallel to each other. Okay, let's take another set of standing separate leg stretching. I think that sounds good. Inhale, lift your chin, lift your chest. Exhale, lean forward, hinge forward at your hips. Take any variation that you like to. So you can take a chest expansion, interlace your fingers behind you. Some people like side lunge. You're welcome to take that instead. Lots of options, no wrong answer. You do you. Bonus points if you're doing it in a mask. I know it's not easy. Let's take 3 more breaths. If you have a grip behind you, slowly release your hands down to the ground in front of you. Let's straighten your arms, come up about halfway, lean forward, the weight in your toes. That'll prevent hyperextension through your knees. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold again. Just let your head hang heavy. Maybe shake your head no if that doesn't bother your neck, and nod it yes, and just move it all around. If you want to add a twist, you can. You could keep one hand down on the ground, reach the other arm up towards the ceiling. And then go into the other side at your own pace. Then reach your arms out to a T with a little bend through your knees, lean forward, draw your belly and rise up to a stand. Okay. This time step your left foot to your right, reach your arms overhead, palms touch, cross your thumbs, take a breath in. Exhale, release your hands down to your sides. Let's do the hokey pokey and turn around one more time. Let's do the last one, fixing the camera. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, palms touch, cross your thumbs. Exhale, about a half as wide of a step to your right. There you go. Let's pause and pivot to your right. Yep, standing separate leg, forehead to knee, or Dandiyamana Vibhaktapada Janu Shirshasana. Right foot forward, left foot about a 45-degree angle. Let's bump your left hip forward. If your knees don't like this, readjust where your toes point until your knees are happy. Inhale, lift your chin away from your chest. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest a lot. This is your chin and throat lock. Pull your belly in. That's your abdominal lock. Then round forward and take your time. If you have any lower back or back sensitivities at all, you can always go hands to your hips with a flat back, lean forward and bend your right knee. Otherwise, bend your knee, bring your forehead and your knee close together. Let them become really close friends. You can release your hands down to the ground, or you can keep the grip up overhead. Or some people like to hold on behind their knees, at their lower backs, wherever you are is fine. Let's keep your chin tucked to your chest. Look up into your belly button or your chest, whatever is available to you. Nice little adjustment there. If you're working on alignment, squeeze your inner thighs together. Shift more weight to your right foot, but pull your left hip forward. Yes, nice job. That's tricky, but you did great. Little sips of air. Let's hold it for another breath. And change. Reclaim that grip overhead. Palms touch, cross your thumbs, roll up to a stand. Keep your chin tucked to your chest until the last moment. When you get to the top, take a breath in, lift your chin up. Exhale, pivot 180 degrees to the back of the room, standing separate leg, forehead to knee on your left. Draw your right hip forward, left hip back, and if your feet don't feel right, move them around. Inhale, lift your chin, lift your chest. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, so find that throat lock, pull your belly in, and round forwards. Find that abdominal lock as well. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Remember, always an option to take this with a flat back. Bend your left knee as much as you need to bring your forehead and your knee close together. And look up and towards your chest or your belly button. So you may want to keep your eyes open in this pose because being upside down rounded into a teeny tiny little ball can be pretty difficult for your balance. Let's draw your left hip back, but shift more weight forward into the ball of your left foot. There you go. Nice adjustments, Katie. In a cold room, you're making this look easy. Continue to round. This pose is strengthening your abdominal muscles, so strengthening the front line of your body and stretching the back line of your body, your glutes, your erector spinae group, the muscles at the back of your head, your suboccipitals. Let's take 2 more breaths. And change. Reclaim prayer grip up overhead. Roll up to a stand. When you get to the top, lift your chin. Then pivot towards your right so I can see your beautiful face. Step your feet together. Take a breath in. Exhale, release your hands to your sides. You only have one more standing pose. You can turn to face the mirror if you'd like, or wherever you would like to. You can always take this to the wall. Tree pose, option for toe stand. Vinyasa style tree is available as well. Let's bring your weight into your left foot. Pick up your right heel. Bring your right foot into your left hip crease with the sole of your foot pointing up. You can hold on with your left hand and lower your right knee down. If this hurts at all, take Vinyasa style tree, which is your right heel above or below your left knee. You can hang here with your hands to heart center. If you would like to play with toe stand, hinge forward, bow forward at your hips. You can bend your left knee as much as you need to bring your hands towards the ground. Feel that stretch through your right hip. If you love that stretch, stay here. If you want more, bend your left knee, sit your right hip to your left heel. There you go. You could bring your hands on either side of your hips, just like Katie's doing. You could invite your hands to heart center. And let's just acknowledge that if we fall, we laugh and we try again. Imagine that you're reaching up through the top of your head. There you go. Good work. One more big breath in and out. Then challenge. Let's see if you can get out of it the way you get into it. So walk your hands forward. Straighten the leg. Good job. Bring your hands back up to heart center. Take a breath in at the top. And as gracefully as we can muster, exhale. Release your right foot. Release your hands. Nice work. Shake it out. Okay. For all the marbles, left side, shift all your weight over towards your right foot. Invite your left foot into your right hip crease, sole of your foot pointing up for tree with toe stand on your left. Let's lower your left knee down. And you can always take this seated too, just foot into the opposite hip crease. You can always take Vrikshasana or Vinyasa style tree if you'd rather. You can stay here or hinge forward. And feel free to go into it at your own pace. Sometimes the left side and the right side don't want to do the same thing, and that is absolutely okay. So just listen to your body. It's easy to overdo it sometimes in poses, but if you stay focused and have controlled breath, and you work on engaging all the muscles that you can, usually it's a good bet. Lift up like your head is light. Take 2 more breaths. It's good to see that I can still see facial expressions underneath the mask. I saw that smile. You're doing great. Are you thinking about getting out of it? All right. Take your time. Get out of it the same way you got into it, if 'tis within your range. Huzzah. You did it. Take a breath. And exhale, release. Release everything down. Good work. Let's reach your arms up overhead, bring your palms together. Exhale, hands to your third eye center, the space between your eyes, an option to bow forward for your standing practice. We are done with all of that. You can take your time and have some water. Let's come to your mat and lie down with your feet facing the back of your mat. How are you feeling? Good. Yeah? Good. Missing the heat?
I think the heat in the mask would be a little bit too much.
Yeah, so do I.
But I do miss the heat.
Yeah. I was thinking a minute ago, it's probably good that there's no heat.
I think it's a plus.
Okay, my friends, so Shavasana, lie down, arms out, legs out. You just take however many variations you need to get cozy. And close your eyes. We'll just be here for a few breaths. wind removing pose. You can gently open your eyes, bend your right knee, and bring your right knee in towards your right armpit. Interlace all of your fingers below your right knee or under the ball of your right foot. Let's press your left thigh actively down into the mat. Press your shoulders down into the mat, the back of your neck into the mat. Very good. Pull your right knee up and in. Relax your right foot. Let's squeeze your elbows together and down. Good, nice. Squeeze in really tight for your breath. And change. Straighten your right leg out on the mat and pull your left knee towards your left armpit. So same thing on this side. Let's see how it feels. Might feel a little different. Lower your shoulders, your elbows together and down. Actively press your right thigh down. You can flex your right toes towards your face, but relax your left foot. This is called Pavana Muktasana. It's meant to compress your digestive system, but also we lengthen the muscles of your posture muscles, the muscles along either side of your spine. So just pull your left knee in really tight and take a breath in and out. Squeeze it in. And change. Straighten your left leg down on the mat. Okay. Final wind removing. Bring both knees into your chest. Option to capture opposite elbows on top of your shins, then reclaim your head down on your mat. Press the back of your neck down into your mat. Press your tailbone down into your mat. And pull your knees and your belly tight together. So just like in that second set of hands to feet pose, relax your belly and press your belly up into your thighs when you inhale. Try to make your belly as big as you can. So some big diaphragmatic breaths. And it's just good for stimulating your deeper lymph nodes. All yoga stimulates your superficial lymph nodes, helping your immune function, but this one focuses on those deep lymph nodes. Let's take one more breath. And option to bring your chin towards your chest, your forehead towards your knee, come into a teeny tiny little ball. And change, release your legs in front of you. Reach your arms up overhead. Hook your thumbs around each other. Press your heels away from you, flex your toes towards your face. Take a big breath and get really tall. And sit up, double exhale, at the top and forward. Good job. Then come on up, roll over on your belly, facing forward. Our 4 belly down spine strengthening poses. We'll take them with a very small break between. Normally it's a little bit longer. Squeeze your legs together and down. Press the tops of your feet into your mat. Invite your hands under your shoulders. Squeeze your elbows back and down. Exhale all the air out of your lungs for cobra pose, 1 set of each. And inhale, lift your chest without using your hands up off your mat. Let's pause. You can look forward or down, whatever feels better on your neck. Squeeze your glutes together, press your hips down, press your feet down, lift up through your chest, hold it for 3, come all the way up for 2. And 1, lower down, look to your right, release your hands to your sides, relax every part of your body. Take one big breath, one big breath in, one big breath out. Locust pose, Shalabhasana. Bring your chin to the center of your mat. Flip your hands, your palms face down. Lift your hips up side to side as you lay down on your arms. If there's any pain, just take your arms out to your sides. Now relax your left leg completely. Straighten your right leg and lift your right leg up off of the mat. Let's just see how high it can go. Lift it up and lower it down. Good work. Relax your right leg. And straighten your left leg. Lift your left leg up off the mat. Come all the way up. Good job. And lower it down. This time, kiss your mat, lips down. You can walk your hands even closer to your knees. Squeeze your glutes together. Exhale everything out of your lungs. That stabilizes your back. And inhale, press your heels back and up. Yeah, good job. Let's hold it here. Keep breathing for 5. Every second here counts 4. Lift up and back for 3. You got it, Katie. Come up for 2. And 1, lower down, relax, release your hands out from underneath you, look to your left. Maybe roll your wrists out. You're gonna feel that in your butt tomorrow for sure. Full locust pose, bring your chin back to center, arms out to a T. Start with your feet together, but if you'd rather separate your heels, know that you can. And inhale, lift everything up off the mat. Let's let go of alignment, just lift everything up and pause and breathe. Maybe close your eyes, imagine that you are flying. Where would you fly to? Come all the way up like you are light, like you're being held up, weightless, and then lower down. Look to your right, belly down, Shavasana. Big breath in and out. Bring your chin back to center. Last of our belly down spine strengthening. Floor bow pulling pose. Bend your knees, reach back, capture your feet from the outside if that's within your range of motion. If it's not, just reach back. Pull your knees in towards each other, feet in towards each other. Exhale everything out of your lungs and inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, kick into your hands. So reach your feet back and up. Good. If anything hurts, come on out of it. Otherwise, lift up, reach up, roll back, kick into your hands. Come up for 3 and 2 and 1. Lower down, look to your left. Belly down, Shavasana. Last one. Some people like to bend their knees and windshield wiper their legs. If that sounds good, you're welcome to. Let's bring your chin to your mat. Invite your hands under your shoulders. Press up to all 4, tabletop pose. Walk your knees up between your hands, fixed firm. So bring your knees together at the top of your mat. Separate your feet so you can sit down between your heels. If that hurts or is not comfortable, or if your hips hover, grab a block, a pillow, whatever you have at home. You can sit up tall. Squeeze your knees together and down. Let that be your focus. Reach up through the top of your head. Do you like to lay down in this pose? Yeah, you can stay here. If it doesn't hurt, come down to your palms, come down to your elbows, lift your rib cage up, or come all the way down. Now, focus on squeezing your knees together and down. You might close your eyes. Take a few breaths. Without wiggling too much side to side, let's take your time. Press straight up. Use the strength in your arms. Yeah, you got it. Come on up. Take a moment. Then plant your hands in front of you. Step back to downward facing dog or tabletop pose and straighten your legs out. Downward facing dog, you bring your feet to the back of your mat, lift your hips up. Fixed firm is a lot of compression the backs of your knees, and we just take a down dog to help promote that circulation afterwards, to promote movement of lymph and blood. Good. Take one more breath. And come down to your knees in the middle of your mat, half tortoise, knees together, feet together, untuck your toes, sit hips to your heels. Reach your arms up overhead, bring your palms to touch, cross your thumbs. And let's pause. You can always take child's pose instead, or any variation of this. Otherwise, reach up through your fingertips, pull your belly in tight, and hinge forward with a flat back. It's okay if your hips will lift, but work on pressing your hips back and down. Reach your forehead, your nose, and your pinkies to the ground. Actively lift your elbows away from the mat, and reach your hips back. Good. Now, the true benefit of this pose is kind of going in and out of the pose. It strengthens the muscles on either side of your spine, front and back, going in and out. So this is a really powerful core strengthening exercise. Let's think about your dedication or your intention. And turn your awareness towards your hips. Imagine that you're anchored down, hips to heels. Squeeze your palms together and rise up with a flat back. All the way up towards the ceiling. Let your hips be heavy, but your fingers be light. Get tall. Take a breath in. Exhale, release your hands to your sides. Camel pose. Ustrasana. Lift your hips up from your heels. Separate your knees and feet hip width distance apart. Option to tuck your toes or bring something under your knees. Let your hands to your lower back, like you're putting your hands in your back pockets. Draw your tailbone down, press your elbows together and down, lift up through your chest, take a breath in. Exhale, lean back to find your back bend. If there's another variation that you'd like to take, you're welcome to. If it doesn't feel right on your back, come on out of it. Otherwise, stay here, or option to walk your hands down your thighs, maybe your calves, maybe your heels. Trust that you know how far you need to go to feel a stretch. You got this. Let's take 2 more breaths wherever you are. And the same way you came into the pose, come on out of it. Let's have a sit on your feet. Or if that doesn't feel good, we can always find something. Your back feel okay? Okay. We'll just take a breath in and out before we go into round. Okay. Rabbit pose, Sasangasana. Bring your knees together, feet together. Reach around, cup your heels from the outside. So thumbs out, fingers in, if that's within your range of motion. Tuck your chin to your chest, round down, bring your forehead towards your knees, and your knees to your forehead. If they don't touch yet, stay here. Work on finding that. So it strengthens your core muscles. The muscles in the front of your body stretches your back. If your forehead and your knees are together, press your heels together and down, then pull on your heels and lift your hips towards the ceiling. No weight in your head. Press your heels together and down. Keep your belly engaged. Look into your chest or your belly button. Lift your hips for 3, 2, and 1. Change. Lower your hips. Roll up to a seat. And let's have a seat to one side. Bring your legs towards the top of your mat. You can scooch up towards the top of your mat. Okay, let's take seated separate leg stretching. We're going to skip the double exhale sit-ups just for time's sake. Bring your feet out as wide as your mat. Yeah, there you go. Let's bend your left knee. Bring your left foot to your inner right thigh. You can press your left thigh down into the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Find basket grip and release all of your fingers. Pivot right. Exhale, round down. Tuck your chin towards your chest, your forehead towards your knee, and hold on to the ball of your right foot. Now, if your forehead and your knee aren't touching, bend your right knee as much as you need to make them touch. If your forehead and your knee are touching, lower your left shoulder down. Press your right heel forward. And change. Gently release. Rise on up. Switch your legs out. Jani Shirshasana or seated separate leg stretching on your left. Inhale your arms up overhead. Find that grip. Pivot left. And exhale, round down over your left leg. Bring your chin towards your chest, your forehead towards your knee. Round your back as much as you can. And lower your right shoulder down just a hair. There you go. Great alignment. Hold it for 3 breaths. And change. Release. Reach both legs forward, seated forward fold, or Paschimottanasana. With a flat back, lean forward. You can readjust all the goodness that you're blessed with out from underneath your hips. Reach your arms up overhead. Take a breath in. Exhale, hinge forward with a flat back. Peace sign fingers around your big toes or around the balls of your feet. Inhale, lift your chest. Put your belly up and in. Exhale, lean forward and pull yourself forward. So reach your tailbone back and down. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift your chin, lift your chest. Exhale, pull your heart forward and down. Reach your tailbone back. And one more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull. Press your heels forward. Press your tailbone back. Option to keep a flat back or round forward. Everybody's favorite. Last breath. And release. Come up to a seat. Seated twist or seated half Lord of the Fishes. Bend your right knee. Bring your right foot to your outside of your left. An option to bend your left knee or stay where you're at. Let's reach both arms up overhead and sit up really tall. Exhale, twist to your right. Plant your right hand down behind you. Your left elbow outside your left knee. Right knee, excuse me. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist to your right. And if your elbow doesn't touch, you can use whatever you can, hands to find leverage. A little to no weight in your right hand. Get really tall. Take your breath in. Exhale, twist, rinsing everything out of your spine that you can. And change. Come back to center. Switch your legs. Yeah. Reach your arms up overhead. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to your left. Same thing you did on the other side. Whatever you use for leverage, just sit up really tall, little to no weight in that hand, and then twist to your left. Sort of rinsing out whatever is stuck in your digestive system. We're strengthening the muscles on either side of your spine. Take one more breath in and out and twist all the way. And change. Release. Let's extend your legs in front of you and come up to a kneel. We'll take our traditional Kapalabhati skull shining breath. Bring your hands to your thighs, palms face down, and work your hands a little further forward so that your arms are nice and straight, if that feels better. Does that feel okay? Okay, so relax your diaphragm all the way. It'll sound like this. And we're only going to do a couple. I'll count down the last 3 for you, okay? I'm going to do it with you. Okay, breath will come naturally. Just take a breath in and begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. You're like, how many are we doing? Let's take a big breath in and out. And let it go. And you, my friend, can come into Shavasana. Nice work. You are all done. However long you can at home, if you are watching this, practice Shavasana. Please do. At least 5 minutes would be my suggestion. But I am going to leave you here for now. Thank you for joining me. I can't wait to see you in person. Namaste means I bow to you and you bow to me in honor of all those who have come before us, in honor of you and of Katie. Thank you for being here. If it serves you, you can bring your hands to the space between your eyes. Close your eyes. Bow forward, repeat, Namaste.